so many people out there that look at Miami game and said that was so much fun. How much can we take from it? Okay, this is the game. Like, for all the things that we said, the choose your own adventure of it, that's what this game represents. Because even though I think the Patriots are a little, I don't want to say fraudulent because that's heavy-handed, because I think they're going to be a playoff team.
Yeah.
But I don't think they're as infallible as 5-2 suggests. So this is one of those wins. If you get this win, you can start beating your chest and saying we're 3-5, and we're on our way till 5-5. And once we get to 5-5, look out because we're going to go 12-5.
They're not a Super Bowl team. That's what you need to know about the Patriots. I think Patriots fans are thinking that maybe they've crossed that line into being a Super Bowl contender. They're not a Super Bowl contender. Drake Maye has put up incredible numbers. It's just insane numbers. In fact, last week he broke a Patriots record for completion percentage in a game. Tom Brady played there for 18 years, and in a year and a half, he's already breaking some of Tom Brady's records. Like, there's things he's doing that is incredible, but it's not as if he can't be beat. He is not raising himself. He's not rose to a level of top 4 quarterback in the sport just because of a couple good weeks.
And I think if we switch from their quarterback to ours, I think in the same way that for the Browns, this game represents an opportunity to prove to people you're for real, that the Miami thing wasn't about circumstance, that you're ready, that you've just been waiting for the time and you've been building to this point. I think the same thing can be said about Dillon Gabriel. Let's set aside the conversation of do you or I think Dillon is a starting quarterback. We're still not there yet. Like, we're at the point of, can you get me to 25 points a game? Can you get me to 21 points a game? And I think if Dillon has, whether they actually run the ball this weekend, which run the ball, Kevin. You don't have to run it 50 times. Run it responsibly, all right? But like, whether you run the ball more, whether you pass the ball more, if Dillon comes through this game and we have a clean game, and that's not just about turnovers, clean game to me says, hey, those 2 touchdowns I left on the board last week, they're now touchdowns. If you do that, I think that's the kind of thing. I don't know it wholly changes the perception of Dillon, but I think it can get people more excited about watching Dillon. And I think that's part of the lack of buzz. It's 3 games and it's underwhelming.
It's hard to get excited talking about Dillon Gabriel. That is just the truth. Give us something to get excited to talk about you with. And this is the game, Nick. I mean, if it ever set up a game for Dillon Gabriel to look good against a very mediocre pass defense, this would be the one. If he can't look good against this Patriots pass defense, I'm not saying it's never going to happen, but it's never going to hit a spot that anyone feels good about, at least for this season.
Well, and that goes back to it. This is about functionality, right? With the offense under Joe, you really weren't functioning. And then we got the Minnesota game, and it felt like, all right, you didn't win. It kind of turned at the end there, but there were some winnable moments in that game. You looked more functional. And then Pittsburgh happened. And then the Miami game, you scored a lot of points. It had very little to do with the quarterback, in my opinion. So that's what this game represents, that idea of, can you just get me to functional? Because I don't think people in Cleveland are holding that high of a bar. We're not holding them up to the Baker bar. We're certainly not holding them up to the Pat Mahomes bar or the Josh Allen bar. We're saying, can you just give the defense a chance to win? Because if you do that more often than not, you're going to make people like me, 3-win Wilson, look like an a-hole.
And I'd like to do that, Nick.
I know you would.
I'd like to make you look like that a-hole.
I know you've been wanting that for a while.
I would really like that right now.
Although I think you were 5-win Peterlin, so I don't know you can say much more.
We were 6-win Peterlin, which means we are definitely set up for... Well, no, John Fanta didn't give me the fun nickname.
Nope.
Nothing sticks. Unless Fanta gives you the nickname, nothing sticks.
What about Johnny 6 wins? That way we kind of flip the script there.
Johnny 6 wins seems like I need to be hanging out with Chauncey Billups.
Oh, I was thinking of maybe Big Sal in Akron. Get a little pizza down there.
Chauncey Billups. Yeah, they're all... Any of these names are all...
Can't you see the Browns are a 6-win team?
Why are you Mike Tyson now?
I don't know. Because I don't have a good Marlon Brando. May he rest in peace.
You got a stellar Mike Tyson.
That's true.
As evidenced by you trying to do the Marlon Brando.
I am malicious. That was not great.
That was not great.
Not great.
I'm excited for Dillon. I'm excited for Dillon this week. I am. I don't know. It's odd. I have so much excitement for this game, and I feel like you're right in that nobody else seems to, and I can't really figure out why. And I think Dillon Gabriel might be the culprit. I think he might be the reason, but I'm just dying to find out what Stefanski does this weekend, and if there is such a thing as even unleashing Dillon Gabriel, I'd like to find out.
Couple things here from the chat on the 92.3 The Fan YouTube channel. Maxwell Phillip, it might be Phillip Maxwell, saying happy F off Friday, y'all. And then at Find You Cooper saying weekend in 3 hours, how we feel in chat. About this game, I definitely think I'm one of the more rosier people here saying, all right, like I'm not to go full Wedding Crashers, but make me a bicycle clown. Like you got rid of the negative inertia of so many losses in a row, right? You had the blow the top off the place game.
Are we getting a guarantee at 214?
You sure aren't. That sounded like it rhymed, but it didn't rhyme. No, I'm not going to give a guarantee. No, because I don't mean this.
I like the quick. You sure aren't.
Yeah. No.
Like, I thought of this for a while.
Listen, I guaranteed a touchdown pass against Miami. I guaranteed at least one offensive touchdown against Miami. Guarantee made. I guarantee to win against Green Bay. Guaranteed made. Some guarantee Garys out there just throw them around.
That's what it feels like.
The world's ending on October 25th, and then the 26th comes, and you're like,
we're not even going to watch the game.
I meant next year. I don't move goalposts. I guarantee when I feel it in my loins, and I don't feel it in my loins in this one because the Browns have to prove it. Specific to Dillon Gabriel and the step forward, like. I understand that a lot of people just would like Dillon to give you a starter's performance, so then you can say, well, one starter performance, he's a starter, yada, yada, yada. That's not really how this works. It's what you need to see. You need to see it more than once. But I do think taking advantage of the matchups you've talked about, which are the middle of the field, obviously the pass defense in general is just not great, so Jerry Jeudy, if he plays, that's another great opportunity. I'll also say, though, the catch-22 of this is, all right, make those big throws over the middle. Also, can we limit the hospital balls?
That would be nice. It seems like a specialty of his. You know, we referenced rounders a lot this week, and I feel like we could reference it again one more time. He's got to have alligator blood. He's got to. We have to see something from Dillon where it just looks different than what this currently is. And I think where the fan base is turned off is that everything looks tepid, everything looks a little scared. Get some alligator blood in you. I want to see what Nathan's talking about there, where you get a little while being smart with it. You throw the ball down the field. Wait. What's the point of having a 72 mile per hour fastball of what is that? 72 mile per hour at the combine? You see, like set a record for being able to throw the ball as quick as he can. What's the point of having that if you don't ever use it?
Yeah, I'm always torn on that of like velocity versus how far you can actually throw it, because they're not incredibly linked to each other. Because like we had somebody, I think it was K-Knoll on K-Knoll 10 on the YouTube chat that was like, Dillon can spin it, and I was like, I've seen him pass beyond the sticks like twice. I don't like. Oh man, you threw that 3-yard pass real hard. Oh, man.
I know, but obviously reasonable minds can attest that. Like if you can throw the ball 70 miles per hour, you could probably make a 40-yard pass. You could probably do that. You pull that up. You're dousting it right now. I can sense that you're doubting it right now.
Listen, I'm not doubting the MPH. I just haven't, or NPH, because we're big Neil Patrick Harris guys here too. Bungle that joke. But no, like I would like to see it. And at some point, the plays have been there. And I think that's like where I think everyone grew frustrated with Joe Flacco is the plays were there, and he just wasn't getting the ball out and making those plays. He wasn't seeing the reads. He
was caged.
Yes,
he was. And what's wild about that is there's a part of me that does wonder if Dillon has been caged for 3 games. If he's trying to play Stefanski ball and isn't playing what actually got him drafted into the league, and so I don't know.
He wasn't John Elway at Oregon.
No, but he put up 1,000,000 yards. Like he did throw the ball down. He threw the ball deep in many opportunities. I'm not saying he's great. Let's not rewrite Dillon Gabriel here, but he did throw the ball down the field.
More than he did in Cleveland. I'll give you that.
I mean, 3 games, we haven't seen him do anything.
No, that's 100% fair.
Same thing with Flacco. In Flacco's 4 games, we didn't see him do anything. When we had 17 years of history of Flacco throwing the ball down the field. There's a part of me that does wonder if he's been caged in many respects with that too.
I can't give him that because this is the offense designed for him.
Let's see this open up. Well, no, but I think that's a bad design by Stefanski. Now I wonder if there's the result of this is a turnaround from Stefanski to be like, hey, idiot, I did it wrong with Flacco, and through 3 games I've done it wrong really with Gabriel. Now this is the game that we let him do a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't know what the sweet spot is with Dillon yet because I haven't seen it.
I mean, you're doubtful the way I'm doubtful because we just doubt Stefanski. That's the honest assessment.
Well, I mean, I doubt it's a little bit of column A, it's a little bit of column B. I doubt Stefanski and I doubt Dillon. And so this is the perfect game where you could literally accomplish everything I need to see from this offense. You could get Quinshawn enough carries and establish the run enough that you can run the ball across 4 quarters without overdoing it. And at the same point, if Dillon makes the throws that are there, Quinshawn wide open in the flat for a walk-in touchdown, okay, I can gain a little bit more comfort with Dillon, and I can come out of this thinking we just saw the best Dillon Gabriel game, and then Kevin can earn my respect balancing the matchup versus your identity. Like, that game is there. That's the and by the way, you do it by scoring 3 touchdowns as an offense, maybe get a couple more field goals, and all of a sudden I'm singing a different tune on Monday.
Well, that's also easier said than done as well, too, right? Like, we just get a few touchdowns, we get a couple field goals.
No, it's as easy as how I said it.
It's not that easy. For this team, it's not that easy.
Did you hear how effortlessly that flew from my mouth?
I know. I love this. It's like when we're talking Cavs basketball, and it was like, well, Donovan just has to score like 30 and 35, and then it's like, I know, but it's not as easy as that sometimes.
I mean, I think it might be. I think, man, you're just a naysayer. You're just a negative guy. That's what's going on here.
It's like, they'll just have 3 touchdowns and then a couple field goals. It's like we've seen them do that once this year, and it wasn't really because the offense was doing it.
216-474-0092. Can a win change your perception about Dillon? If we're talking big picture, that's not what this game is. If we're talking about the immediate, like my beef has not been that Dillon isn't a starting quarterback. My beef is Dillon's not playing well enough to start a game, and that's what I need to see. I think he can absolutely change that. I think he can. I think he can pull this offense out of moribund and make me not like, ooh. So this weekend, right?
I mean, if he doesn't do it this week, though, then you have to start really believing in what you've been trying to sell for 3 weeks now. Like, this is the week. This is the one.
I think this is an incredibly important game for Dillon.
He should look the best we've seen him look in a Browns uniform.
Let's go with Ryan in Akron. Ryan, welcome to the show, buddy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think I agree with you guys. I think Dillon's got to come out, and he's hopefully Kevin gives him a good game plan, because the only thing I didn't hear you guys talk about is, Kevin has these flashes of greatness, and he has not had one yet this year. So.
Ooh, that's it. By the way, when was the last flash of greatness from Kevin Stefanski? Because I was thinking about
2021.
I was going to go 2023 with Flacco.
Yeah, and he's got it in him. And if he calls a great game and Dillon has, the time in the pocket, which is the only way the ball's going to get downfield. I mean, come on. They're going to use these jumbo packages and double tight ends, then it's not going to be a game where he's going to be passing the ball much. And if you can go into Foxborough and bully them with jumbo packages and 2 tight ends and use Quinshawn, and you're just running through their supposedly good run defense, which,
you're not buying it. You're not buying it, Ryan.
No, they played the Bills. I mean, they got beat by the Raiders. They played the Jets, and who was the other team?
They played like Dolphins. They played a lot of bad teams. But that's why we saw Tua throw 300 yards on
the Raiders because they stink too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
And a good Geno Smith game, like the only good Geno Smith game all year.
Yeah. I mean, Drake Maye hasn't faced our defensive line. And that's the thing about the Browns right now is any time that our defense gives us a chance, as long as the other team doesn't jump up 2 scores, we're in the game.
I like your energy, Ryan. This is where we're trying to be, buddy. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Have a good weekend.
You too. Bye.
So, I mean, I think that is closer to where I am about the Patriots in general. Like, I'm not, I don't want to call them frauds. Vrabel's a great coach. I think they've got something that can grow into something over time. Mm-hmm. But this game they're not there yet. Like, even Stephon Diggs, I don't think is the same dude.
Well, I mean, is Drake Maye on a heater of all heaters right now, or is he legitimately become a top 10 quarterback? And I think I think Patriots fans would tell you he's legitimately become a top 10 quarterback, but I think for myself, the verdict is still out there.
Yeah, I mean, I think that verdict should be out. Like, this is, and by the way, this is a great game for Drake Maye to make people believe in him as well. If you've got a big game against this defense, all right, then maybe we'll. And now, even then, like, it's so early with these guys. We just rush to crown people in the NFL. Like, I think, and by the way, we rush to write them off too. I've been guilty of that as well. But like, Drake's a top 5 pick. Drake's going to have a long time to prove what he can do, but he hadn't done it yet.
I know, but like it's amazing the amount of stats and different notes I've just gathered together on Drake Maye throughout the week, and it's like I could pick any of the 8, and they're all sound impressive. 4th straight game without a turnover. He completed 16 passes in a row last week, 2nd in franchise history on that record, while also having a 91% completion percentage. Like everything you see with him, it's been like 4 weeks. It's been like 4 straight weeks of what is basically unprecedented football, especially for a second-year quarterback.
That's also why I think this game represents something more for Dillon as well. Because if we just do the very low-hanging fruit, very basic vanilla analysis of this game and go, well, who's got the better quarterback? If you compare Drake Maye to Dillon Gabriel, there is no one in the NFL who will take Dillon over Drake right now. And
unless they're Huff and Payton.
And there wasn't, although, even then.
I didn't think we'd get anyone to say Stefanski over Vrabel, and we did get that this week.
That's the Ivy League brotherhood there with Ross Tucker and Kevin Stefanski.
Maybe if Zoe Gabriel ends up calling in, maybe she takes Dillon.
That's true. Even she might be realistic.
I'm in on Zoe Gabriel TikTok, by the way.
She takes. Are they married? I thought they were just engaged.
I'm already calling her Zoe Gabriel because I don't know her last name.
Oh, assume the sale.
Yeah, no. Yeah, okay, come on, assume the sale. That sale's happening.
But if Dillon goes out there
and Dillon's giving up on that, come on,
and plays a clean game, and you beat Drake Maye, that is the kind of thing that traditionally Browns fans will go, he was the better quarterback on Sunday. That means something. I think we talk about crowning quarterbacks that aren't first round picks, that are 3rd, 4th, 5th round picks. These kind of wins where you're the lesser quarterback in the matchup, these kind of games matter.
He's got the much easier test. This is the part that I need to, and I just want to continue to stress up until kickoff, the idea that the Patriots' pass defense is very gettable. Meanwhile, yes, Drake Maye's got all these accolades and everything that he's built up over the previous few weeks. This is the toughest defense that Drake Maye's going to play. Bar none, not even close. This is the toughest one he's had to play all season long. And so, like, if I'm Drake Maye, like I'm not scared of the Browns defense necessarily, but I'm also sitting there wondering, I got a real battle ahead of me. Whereas for Dillon, every week is a battle, but for Dillon this week, like this is as close to a layup as you get in the NFL is your opportunity this Sunday to look good. Like if you don't do it here, I got a real concern about you.